You are welcome here, you guys. I wish I could share with y'all how just how tired I feel. You're welcome here though. Y'all, is Ja is pretty upset that he had to go to sleep early. Well, not even early. What time is it? What a day it's been. But the education must continue. The learning has to continue. And I was trying to figure out whose channel I will watch today. Because at this point I'm reacting because I missed out today, the day before, on actually attending the class. Thankfully, there's 8 consecutive days uh, to you know to attend, for lack of better words. There's 8 days that I get to attend, um, and I feel like I only get so much time, you guys, but we're gonna use the time that we have um, to do the best that I can. Okay, one child is down. We have one more to go, but thankfully his daddy has him, and so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Excuse my lipstick is pretty much wearing off, you guys, because I had dinner. I feel so tired. I don't know. Maybe I am tired. Maybe I am. That's how I feel. I feel like, so what if I'm tired? I definitely feel it. But give me just a second as I um pull up. You're gonna be so shocked. Whose class do you think I'm going to today? Whose class do you guys think that I'm going to? I'm so excited. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So yeah. Kaya seen that. Yes, you guys, if you guessed Kaya Sinat, you are correct. Okay. Um, and the reason being is because um I actually made a excuse me. Actually made breakfast this morning. Shh, my baby's trying to wake up. I have to let him know that I'm right here. So I made breakfast this morning and everyone loved it, right? But I noticed, excuse me, I noticed that I only I don't know. I feel like butter is the key to a lot of dishes. I don't know why, but butter is key. Butter, dairy, things like that. It can be so key, but it can mess you up if you're not careful with it. So I really wanted to. One thing I really want to learn. I do want to learn some cooking skills, and then I also hope that there's something that Kaya.
Radio music. I can't focus without music.
I hope that there's something more. Excuse me, that Kaya can teach me, considering her brother is Kai Cenat, her twin, and she more than likely can give a little bit more insight, twin wise, as to just how Kai kind of thinks and runs his businesses, and how we can, um, like, you know, invest into our own futures in the same sense. I mean, because with her and her cooking skills and things, like, she has really come a long way already. And I bet that's because she and Kai have similar minds and genetic makeups, right? But I'm going to see. I know she taught a class today. I would like to see if I can catch. I'm going to see if I can catch a class, her first, which would have been yesterday, right? Let Kaya Cook, Streamer University Orientation Day Vlog 2. So I'm going to go ahead and let me see. So day 1, okay, this is day 2. So I'm going to do this one. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, hi JL, morning. Hey guys, one mic, really quickly. When I do this, when you guys hear this, you guys are gonna do. When you hear that, that means everybody mic is off. Okay? Please, this is 15 minutes. Cooking takes more than an hour, so I need you guys all your attention, okay? So when I do this, all right, we're gonna do it again. Okay, my class starts in 1 more minute. Students, you guys are late. We have only 50 minutes to cook. All right, so everybody get in groups. Get in groups. Please be careful with the hot plates. It's preheated, so just please be careful. Be mindful with your phones and things like that. We're gonna be doing a grilled chicken salad, a mixed fruit salad, mixed fruit bowl, and a yogurt, and we're gonna decorate our yogurts, and we're gonna put it in containers, okay? So everybody's gonna do that. Hi guys, I need all cameramen on the walls. Chef Trey is going to let you guys know the safety instructions for the class.
I'm just gonna go over a few rules. We want to make sure we keep track on contamination. So we want to make sure we're washing our hands. We're keeping raw foods away from, everything else like here. So we're gonna have different cutting boards. So on your meat and your fruits. So after you finish making your salad, you don't want to cut your fruits on the same cutting board as your meat.
There's one concern. So there's 2 hot plates that's not hot enough. So the 2 groups is going to basically come and use my hot plate right here. All right? One group to the side and the other. Sorry, is it on the highest? And the other comes on this side. No. It was never hot. It was not plugged in, nothing?
No, I plugged it. It was it just didn't get hot. It was the hottest.
It's not even. That's how it was. Okay. One mic, no side conversations.
I was in the wrong class. I just checked my schedule. I gotta go.
One mic, no side conversations, please, because there's a couple hot plates that's not getting hot enough, and you guys' plate is low.
Yeah, this one is low. Yeah.
You're gonna do half and half, okay? And then you guys, y'all come to the front. First things first, we're gonna clean our meat. I need all the team leaders to bring the chicken breast to the front, and we're gonna use the sink to clean. We're gonna take the chicken breast. The team leader's gonna take the chicken breast. You're going to rinse the chicken. Any questions? Any questions? And also one more thing. The final product, you're gonna be graded. So if you're not listening, I'm gonna tell you. I could tell you wasn't listening because this is easy. You know, so I'll let the dean know who failed and who passed this class. All right, and this is the only class you guys have with me. I'm gonna dip your chicken in and rinse it off in the sink with cold water only. Why? Because you don't want to use hot water. Olive oil is on your table, okay? If you guys have any questions, put your hand up, all right? A bit on the chicken because you want your seasonings to stick, right? I like to rub it in, so when I sprinkle my seasonings, it sticks all over, right? So now, with seasoning, you do not have to be heavy. That's why I didn't give you guys that much seasoning. We're going to be using a pinch of salt on each side. And each side, we're going to be seasoning the chicken. Sprinkle the seasonings from the top, right? Like I said, you see how light the seasonings are? You do not need that much seasonings on a thin slice of chicken, especially if you're trying to continue eating healthy.
Okay. So you see how you doing like the light sprinkle and stuff like that?
Yeah.
We don't have to like do no measurements and like that. You just do it like off a pinch type of.
So usually you'll do like 1 tablespoon and mix all the measurements in one bowl, and then you sprinkle just a little bit of all the mixed seasonings on the chicken. But right now we're just doing things a little differently because y'all tables are small and we're just working with what we got. Did I just put on the onion? Did I?
You did.
I did? All right. Thank you for paying attention. Of course. That's a point for Silky. All right. So next, lightly sprinkling, right?
That's the chicken seasoning right there, right?
Right.
Okay.
It's like a orange color, but like I said, all seasonings, you're doing an even amount.
Oh. It's the outlets. No, it's the wind. No, the outlets.
It was working yesterday though.
It's funny, burns out the thing. If I got decent outlets.
All the outlets are down? Yes.
I know that the instructions that you told us to go to our cutting board, then dap it dry. They're not doing that. They're dapping it dry in the container, which is making it still wet. So I need you to enforce that.
That means yes. So make sure that when you guys are putting your chicken breast onto the cutting board, you're dapping it dry. All right. So now we're having a slight malfunction with the chicken. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right. So we're gonna be doing, like I said, mixed fruits, yogurt, decorating the yogurt. And we still could do the salad. We just might not be able to do the chicken today.
That's okay.
I don't know why. I'm sorry. So now we're gonna continue making the chicken salad, but without the chicken, we have to keep going. All right. So now each team leader is going to grab some romaine lettuce from me and bring it back to your table. Anything you need assistance with, ask Chef Che, please. Thank you. You're first going to start peeling them apart. You should have 2 cutting boards. Now, after the 2 cutting boards, you're going to, once you finish peeling your romaine lettuce, you're going to come up to the front, the team leaders, and rinse off the lettuce. Every fruit, every green that we use, we have to rinse off. Even if you see that it's pre-washed on the pack, rinse it off. I don't want anybody who's not skilled with knives to be using the knives. Please. You're going to flip it again and make another cut. I'm going to flip it one more time and make another cut. Right? That's after I rolled it. So now I'm going to hold it together and I'm going to, so you're going to hold your hand like this. When you're cutting, you hold your hand like this. Your fingers should not be out. Your fingers should be in. Gonna place it like this. Meantime, our chicken was supposed to be cooking, but the outlets are not working, all right? So now, my favorite part, each team leader is gonna grab decorations. It's very important to include things like this because it adds nutrients, you know? Grab the 4 toppings I just told you about, all right? Students, you're going to decorate. I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add the carrots. It's very important to portion these dressings because it could be fattening. Don't add too much. It could add more calories to your body. So it's good to portion out your dressings, okay? Now with the yogurt. No, if you need more, I have a lot. So as much as you need, you can take. As much as yogurt you need, you can take. Start off with 2 per table if you want. You're going to mix your yogurt first before pouring it in. Mix your yogurt first before pouring it in. I like the honey. I'm gonna drizzle my honey. And now, we finally have the fruit parfaits. It is so important to eat healthy. You guys are all young. Protect your body. Feed the body, healthy. And then immediately go out and work out with Corey. He's the best trainer I know. Hi guys.
I took a bite. It's so good.
It's good? You guys like it?
Yes.
Nice. What's your name?
Elena.
Okay, Elena, thank you for listening.
I know
You didn't
why
want the
you look
food?
so good because you eat so good.
Yes, thank you. You too.
I work very slowly, so I was only able to get salad.
I appreciate you for still completing something.
And I love the typical.
All right. What you guys did?
I'm on salad. I don't like no toppings on it.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody got their own preference. Thank you. What you did? Thank you for at least completing
I
something.
want the chicken though.
Thank you for at least completing something. Hey guys. Oh, y'all stuff look good. Yeah. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. You said what? It's okay. Y'all completed mostly everything. Okay, this group is in the lead, I think. Okay. Okay.
I'm talking about carrots.
Okay.
Everything is
Okay. All great minds think alike. I love that. You guys did amazing. Teamwork. All right. Now, what you guys do?
We got the fruit, the parfaits, and then he making the fruit bowls right now.
All right. Amazing. One more. What you guys worked on? We got a salad. We got a yogurt. Salad. Perfect. The group that did the most was this group. Their group did everything. Their group did everything.
It's Rainbow, it's Silky, it's all of us, it's Gino, it's Sky. Let them know.
Yes. So I'll be reporting to Dean Sinette about Sky, Silky, Gio, Big Ant, and Dream Doll. That's what we're gonna call you that, Dream Doll? I will be reporting to the Dean. Okay, hey y'all. So that's it for the cooking class. We did have a couple technical difficulties, but we made it through all meals for today. And yes, I'll see you next time for the next thing we're doing for the rest of the day. Later. Hey y'all, it's lunchtime. So we're going upstairs to eat some lunch. The lunch and the food periods is my favorite time because I get to interact with the students. So that's really my favorite thing to do. It was good. The only thing that fell short is that the power went out, so we couldn't make the grilled chicken. But we went through with everything. Yeah.
But it was only like on 2 of them, right?
It basically was on basically all of them. So I was like, all right, we're just gonna do a salad. We're just gonna do the fruits. We're gonna still move forward without cooking. Yeah, it worked out. Yeah, and the yogurt parfait. So
Got another class tomorrow?
yeah, class every day.
Well, I'll see you over there.
All right, see you. You too.
Yo, what's up, Pitbully? Like,
Yo, what's up, Paisley? What's good? What's good? New York in the building. Brooklyn?
Harlem, nigga.
Harlem? My bad.
You from the Bronx, right?
I was born in Brooklyn, but yeah, from the Bronx. Yeah. I got the best of both worlds.
Ew.
But Harlem got talent. That's how you made it far. That's how you making it far.
That's where y'all put
I got talent. Yeah. Period.
Yo, yeah, Jada, you did your big one.
Did your biggest one. Make sure you send it to her. Well, you are.
Jada, turn around, let me see. Oh, damn.
All right.
You really felt she like
You want to come to my wedding?
Huh?
My wedding this summer.
She definitely should leave the nigga that proposed to her.
Let me call him and ask. You want to speak to him? Oh, you just read it. Oh, he just read it. Oh, he just read it. Oh, yeah, he just read it.
No, oh, you think no?
No, I forgot. Yeah, you just read it.
What was the last message?
she lying. She wants you instead.
Let me see. They dead ass type that though. They dead ass type that. She lying. She want you instead. All right. Hey y'all. So we're back. So we're currently at cheerleading practicing class. As you guys see, I got my Fashion Nova on to keep me comfortable and nice while it's hot out. And I can stretch. I can do whatever I want in this period. So yes, just
5, hold 7, dip 1, up 3.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, dip 5, 7, hold 1, dip 3, 5.
You got this. You got this.
1, dip 3, 5.
You got you. You got it. I'm good. A side note, y'all. So when I used to be in high school, high school, I went to an all-girls school, and I joined the cheerleading team. The first day that I joined the cheerleading team, when we were doing stunts, I was the person that was going in the air. They dropped me. I never went back. So this is like a lot I'm taking in. Yeah.
3, jumping 5, 7, holding 1, dip 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5.
You said they dropped him.
We did We got you.
What outfit is this?
This is my outfit. Because if anybody wants a snack.
In 2 days, it's a big game. At halftime, so come down. Well, we look a little too hot. Okay, so go quick. Keep putting that baiting, right? Yes, sir. Oh, y'all, my friends.
Hey, girl.
Streamer you, get loud, come on. How, get loud. 5, 6, 7, 8. Streamer you, get loud, around, clock, get loud. Streamer you, get loud, proud, say loud and proud. As you cheer on 3. 1, 2, 3.
As you cheer.
So we just finished cheer practice. We're heading out. I don't know how I just became a cheerleader, but I always like doing girly girl things. So I'm super excited. I love doing athletic things too, and always pushing myself to do multiple things, not just one thing. I might be a main chef, but I'm a jack of all trades. All right. Hey, Mud. Huh?
You made the 2 with the cheer thing? You made it?
I guess so, because they wanted me in the group.
I like that. I definitely got the game.
Yo, I ain't see Bills. Where he at?
Where?
Oh, where you been at?
Damn.
You missed class? Because you was going to be up all night? You missed class? He missed class? What he did, Phantom?
I don't know. Yo,
What happened?
We'll catch up later.
Yo.
And why are you in this room? This is the first room I see you, not even a class.
He want to get locked up.
Oh, yeah. I think he do like being over
I
here.
do want to get locked up.
Wow. Look at you, like what?
I do want to get locked up.
I'm not gonna do it for you. You a YO, yeah. Come on, man. You put a finger. Look at these.
No. Check my room, though. Look my room.
What room?
I love my room.
Like, well, he can dig it out them bitches. On bro.
That's interesting. It's too hot. Okay, well, take your time. You guys, that's so interesting with kids saying he want to get locked up. Good job, Carlo. Okay, so I would just say it's really nice to see that like each person, like each professor streamer does something completely different. I actually want to go check out I don't even know why I'm on YouTube looking at this. I'm supposed to be streaming Twitch. So let me go back because I need to see if T-Pain, like, what was his dynamics of like his channel, of his course that he's teaching. And he's clearly streaming, which is good for him.
W's in the comments. W's in the comments. Comment. Judy in the hustle, baby. I just call it pride.
I'm looking at people's comments because I'm new. I'm coming back. I'm just like pretty much new here.
I'm here on top.
So typically I turn this down, but I can't even hear it and it's all the way up. Why is her finger in her mouth?
I'm gonna get you right. Whatever you decide, I'm gonna get you right.
Okay.
Who else was on my list? T-Pain,
So if I can-
Petey, McQueen.
What's today? 17. Tomorrow?
Same time.
It doesn't, and maybe I missed out on what T-Pain was teaching.
Summer is back along Chipotle honey chicken, fresh grilled chicken, seared peppers, and pure honey. Chipotle heat balanced with a perfect touch of sweet.
I definitely know that, like, I do best streaming in the evenings, but I'm pretty sure that the classes are being held during the day. At least that's what the videos are looking like. And I think that it would more than likely benefit me to try to get on tomorrow morning and see if there's anything that I can pick up. You guys, this actually, side note, this is my channel. Haha. I don't know if you can see it. It's not a lot going on here. I talk Jesus and culture, family, hair, love. I don't know if I probably shouldn't edit that. Live with restraint. Yeah, that's my channel. So let's go back here to search and see. Well, so Kai is the dean. I don't think he would be teaching anything. What did I say? McQueen? How do you spell McQueen? Now, it just literally just came up. Say McQueen Bill. Is it the same person or no?
Are y'all gonna be in
What?
I'm sorry. It's about to start in 30 minutes. Session.
Appreciate it, brother.
You can remember to give it to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Hopefully it works though.
No, it's so dirty. You guys are so
That one's gonna work.
Yes.
It's so dirty.
Help him out. To sing. Yeah. Try. You're not gonna hear my voice.
Okay, let's go.
Should I go to that? I'm good to sing. To sing. Oh,
Yo.
you're not gonna hear my voice.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah, work. Appreciate you, brother. We'll be back with it. Hey, where you be at? Where you like be? All right, man.
Okay, we leave.
I'm gonna leave.
The camera's down.
What you do?
She could have stood like you.
Come on, let's go. Give a fuck if she leave. Fuck Taylor Jasmine, nigga. We out. Hey, take the little ass back in that bathroom, nigga. Go back in that bathroom.
Okay, we're gonna talk.
Go back in there. We ain't finna talk about shit, nigga. We ain't finna talk about shit. We can either hit by it or we ain't gonna do nothing. Hit by it. Hit by it. Like throwing water. What the fuck? Yo, she trying to fuck up niggas' brand deals.
I'm trying to tell you.
She's literally like, she's weird as shit. What the fuck? What's wrong with her? I'm not gonna lie. You're not streaming around her no more. She's strange.
No, both of y'all strange. And I don't even, sometimes I'm thinking, like, why am I even on here? It's not my cup of tea for real. So Agent 00 did a really good job teaching a class. Yesterday, I think it was. He did an actual good job teaching a class. So we got to go back to, and not that I'm dreading watching another course from him, but we're definitely going to go back to Agent 00 because he's educated, he's smart, he cares, and he's not going to waste my time. So I'm going to watch another video from Agent, y'all. It's kind of, and I'm thinking of other people. There's some people who maybe don't look like me, that I'm not familiar with, who I actually do want to get in and look at some of their pages. I know Yana also was teaching a class. I'm just not sure now if what other people are teaching is what I'm looking for. But
Whoa. What's that?
we're going, first of all, we're back on YouTube.
Impossible.
YouTube.
You know, you do a brand deal today.
And then,
you know, this is your brand deal for today. You know, you might get another one if you build relationships, but beyond that, we're gonna talk a lot about what your future as a content creator looks like. Does anybody in the room right now own a business? What's your business?
Healing oil.
Production company? Okay. A clothing brand. Yusuf? Okay, doesn't know.
I'm starting a brand.
Starting a brand. What's that, fucker? What's up, man? I'm mic'd up.
Keep in mind. It's all right if you mic up. Keep in mind. Everybody have lunch happening right now.
Yeah. We do an hour, they have an hour. Okay. Yeah, you go. All right. Surprise, all you guys have a business. Streaming is 100% a business. And the sooner you treat it like one, the better you'll be able to take advantage of its opportunities. I know business kind of has some connotation like it's all about making money, but it's not. Sometimes it could be about impacting people. There's plenty of nonprofit businesses, their goal is not to make money, right? Your business goal objective can be either to what? Entertain, inform. Entertain, inform. If you're streaming, you're either entertaining or you're informing. So today, this is the informing. I don't do this part too often, but I'm gonna walk you through what it's like to grow a business. We're gonna talk a little bit about, I'm gonna pocket watch somebody else's business. Then we're gonna get into tone. We'll talk a little bit about A&P. I'm gonna give you a prospective business that I'm probably gonna start in the next year. And then while I'm doing that, I really want you to think about what you may be interested in. And what the common answers might be is like a brand, maybe some clothing, but think outside the box. It could be whatever your interests are. And just to kind of get the ball rolling, I love racing. For me, racing is super fun. I just learned that this is a passion of mine for the past 2 years. And so as I'm getting more into it, I was trying to think about ways to monetize that. So I love energy drinks. I drink 12 a day if I need to. And so my brain thinks, well, 12 is an exaggeration, I saw your eyes. My brain thinks if I love energy drinks, maybe there's a way I could build a business around the thing that I like. Find something you really like, keep it in your mind. It could be a couple things. It could be running. Maybe you love endurance running. It could be editing. Maybe you're a huge editor. Maybe strategically, you love thinking of the business strategy side of things. Whatever it is, just keep it in the back of your mind, because as I talk through some of these concepts, I want you to try and relate it to how it's going to apply to
guys.
Oh, the wrong
I
slide.
to stop
Sorry.
a lot. To
Yeah, that was a
help
different
my
talk.
children.
I would like to start by saying you don't own nothing. You don't own YouTube. You don't own Twitch. You don't own Instagram. You don't own TikTok. Who here has been a victim of being banned on a platform you don't know why? Right? And I want to illustrate to the people that this hasn't happened to yet, sometimes it can be really scary because if it's your job, it kind of feels like your livelihood was just stolen. And I've had this moment a long time ago and it scared me straight. Sometimes this is something you just had to, put your hand on the stove and learn the hard way. But I'm hoping you just heed to advice and you learn some of these lessons before this happens. In 2020, January, they changed the rules on YouTube. okay? They didn't want people advertising to kids no more. And people were finding workarounds to do it, you know, toothpaste companies, stuff like that. This is an analytic I just took from a YouTube video of a family channel this year. They got 2 million views. In the year, they only made $959. This same channel, pre-2020, is making almost $100,000 on the same views. All it took was a simple policy change. YouTube didn't like that type of content no more. They didn't want people to advertise that type of content. YouTube Kids exist. They rerouted it. So what I'm trying to say is they didn't own YouTube. They don't own this platform. Therefore, they were vulnerable and something changed and it rocked their livelihoods. If this was their job, they're now putting fries in the bag. And what the reality is, the streaming stuff is not forever. Like if you think about your favorite streamers, they come and go. Sometimes they last a year. Sometimes they last 5 years, 10 years. You have to be realistic. Just because you're doing well now doesn't mean next year's gonna be better.
That's right.
You could be giving belt. You could be doing all the right things, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work out for you, right? There's a lot of people that didn't make it to Stream University. It's not because they didn't deserve it. So there's a lot that's not in your control. Today, we're gonna talk about some of the long-term things that are all in your control. And I'm hoping that it's gonna be a little bit helpful to you guys. You know, as I'm talking, you might be asking the big question, hopefully. Maybe I should own something, right? You don't own your channels. Maybe I should own something, and that's precisely why we started AMP in 2019. We had a down year. All of AMP pretty much played NBA 2K. There was a really bad down year, and it looked like, damn, money's down. We're like, yo, it don't matter. Look, question. Let's say, what's like a type of content you like to watch?
IRL.
IRL. Okay, that's a bad example. Anybody like watching a niche example? Yusuf. Okay, let's say you like making noodle videos. And then for some reason, there's horrible PR for noodles. People don't fuck with noodles no more, okay? You're cooked. You could be the most entertaining personality, but you're cooked. This happens a lot to gamers that's attached to a game that people lose interest in. But IRL is a little different because it's kind of no man's land. Honestly, it's a lot harder to go IRL because you're not attached to anything people actually care about. So I'm gonna say something, hopefully it doesn't sound too pseudo, right? What made you guys excited to come to Stream University?
Hey, I need to launch a campaign in 2 weeks.
Building with someone that
Let's
made
see.
me excited. I really want to.
Okay, Elena.
Network. I really want to network and build.
I wanted to learn and better my skills as a creator. I wanted to expand and become the greatest I can ever be.
Okay, right here.
The exposure, because I've always been consistent.
Exposure.
But I just kind of started. So
Mhm.
the exposure.
Yugi?
More recognition and new eyes that are brought onto the stream.
Okay, good answers. These are all good answers. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Learning how to be uncomfortable, challenging yourself. Okay, good. These are all good answers, okay? Streamer University, an example, when we have conversations and we're talking strategy and creative, there's high appeal ideas and there's low appeal ideas, right? You could be the most entertaining person, but no one's gonna stick with a low appeal idea. The idea just has to be something that's really packaged well. Stream University is this, like, the thought of learning being content is crazy on the internet. Like, as entertaining content, but everybody's excited to be here. Stream University is an example of a very high appeal idea. I don't wanna get too pseudo, but just keep that in mind, right? There's a lot that's not within your control. There is a lot that's within your control. You control what you can and you ignore the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a case example. So there's a YouTube channel. It's Ryan Trahan's channel. I put up his stats, okay? In the last month, he got 35 million long form views. He got 44 million short form views. And you can look at the subscribers over there as well. He's cooking, right? This is actually a down month for him, I'll be honest. And if you take a look at those stats, he's making approximately $345,000 in long form, okay? I'm probably off by like 20,000 here or there, but he's making a good amount based on the length of his videos and the ads that he runs, which is very healthy. He's one of the biggest YouTubers.
Wow.
He's making about $50,000 on short form. It's not the money he's making on short form. It's kind of like the views and the attention he's getting on short form that's also being funneled into his long form. When you're a streamer, think about the content you make, like people have to see you. You know what I'm saying? People seeing you is currency. Just because you haven't made $1 from a clip doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You feel me? Because if people see your face enough times, next time they're introduced to you, you have a little bit more influence over their decisions. And the decision could be something as simple as showing up to your stream. You know what I'm saying? When you have a brand deal, it could be as simple as supporting the brand. When you have an event, it could be as simple as buying tickets. The more people see your face, the more likable you are, the more people you're doing things that provide value, the better received it will be.
Right.
Let's keep going money-wise. You know, you total both of those. He made approximately $400,000 a month. Who here thinks that's bad money? It's phenomenal money. This actually is where a lot of people stop. They made the good money, and they don't see anything past that because they don't actually have a long-term vision. This is short-term. This is the money he made this month. Money's higher one month, money's lower next month. Views are higher one month, views are lower next month. If you're always playing day to day, you won't make a singular decision for the future. You get what I'm saying? That's a pretty penny, bro. $5 million a year. I think he has a team of like 3 people.
Wow.
His ideas don't cost a ton of money if you guys watch his channel. So like he's probably profiting a good amount. But let's think about long term. So I'm gonna give a handful of examples just because in your head you might be thinking, oh, I can't do that because I'm not a rich YouTuber. He started a candy company called Joyride. He got in Target, and now he's in a bunch of other retailers. And for him, as much as he enjoys making content, you can feel that passion in his videos. He saw a future where he thought he could make a ton of money doing something that he really cared about and doing it in a way where he's using his audience to promote this business.
Wow.
So he's in 5 different retailers: Target, Kroger. This kind of sounds like an ad for him, but it's not. It's just you have to understand the context. The more retailers in your reach, especially as a candy business, is exponentially higher. So I did some quick math. Approximately, a candy business of his stature is making around $50 million in annual revenue. Okay, this is a business that's about 2 years old. You know, and businesses, they grow exponentially. Like if you grow them properly, they grow exponentially. Now he doesn't put $50 million in his pocket because he has 20 to 40% margins. Let's say he's on the lower end because maybe the Skittles and some of the big candy companies are on the higher end of margins because they have so much scale. Let's say he has just 20%. He made $10 million of profit in the last year from his business. 10 million, that's double all the money he made on his YouTube channel. But even that, to me, is a little too short term. That's money he's making this year. It's not that it's not great money. It's not that it won't time, but that's just money he's making this year. And so you can see here, this is just the profit. So I'm putting them side by side so you can get a sense of what people think he's making his money off of and what he's most realistically making his money off of. And this is not just a Ryan Trahan thing. You could apply it to plenty of content creators nowadays, like, you know, the KSI Logan Paul's got the Prime. You know, I think Jake Paul has a business. Everybody got business. Yusuf, what's up?
As a professor, since you're on in front of us, how much do you make?
You're gonna have to pocket watch me, my boy. Good try, champ. You can't sell content, but you can sell businesses. I mean, you could sell a stream. Maybe you get a brand deal, right? But you could sell a business, dude. And I'm gonna share knowledge. All the business people watching this is gonna seem like common knowledge that everybody understands. But people that's not in the business world truly do not understand the scale of opportunity. And those people would die to be in a position where they have an audience that fucks with them the way your audience fucks with you. These brands have to try and convince people to buy their product. That's facts. You're not selling nobody anything. You're just being yourself. People already like you. So as long as the thing you're making, your service you're creating, the product you have is something you truly believe in, then you will have no problem translating that energy and your fans will have no problem supporting that. Because I'm telling you this one thing, when people really like you, they show it, they support it. So you don't want to just get eyeballs, you want to get eyeballs from people that actually support you because that looks very different. Not just financially, but just experience. Like you live a life, bro. You meet these people in real life. You don't want to meet people and have negative interactions. You want to walk around and have positive interactions. And so let's get into a little bit about selling businesses, which doesn't sound like a Stream University thing. But again, I want to remind you, all you guys are running businesses, bro. Every single one of you. And this is not a metaphor. You literally are running a business. You literally have to pay that tax. So I hope you're doing that. Okay, good. All right. Now let's get into, I don't know who that is. Let's get into the average candy sales for a business. So we established that he's approximately making $50 million gross, which means over the course of a year, he's making $50 million in that business, revenue-wise, right?
EVE Online is a vast universe. Alive.
So usually when you sell a business, there's a multiple. So if I'm selling Ryan Trahan's business that makes $50 million a year, it's worth 5 times that amount on average. You can negotiate that, which is $250 million. This is the number you usually see when you look at a Forbes list and they say someone's a billionaire. It's the net worth. So it's the stuff that they own, but it technically isn't worth anything until you sell it. So his business makes $50 million a year, which is already amazing, but look how much it's worth. That's $250 million. Now, realistically, he doesn't own the whole thing. He owns a big portion of it, probably a controlling share, so he can make all the decisions. So there's no suit. I mean, we've probably heard some horror stories of people that let in suits and then they took over the business and they ruined it by trying to milk it for profits. You want to try and maintain control. That's one thing we genuinely believe in at AMP. You give that away and you lost your creativity, you lost your sauce as a content creator. So let's say he owns half of this. That means he owns a business worth $125 million. That's what he puts in his pocket. That's technically what he owns to the government. That's $125 million. Now, to make that same 125, now let's say he sells the business, right? Let's say he grows the business to this point and he sells it to, I don't know, the Mars company. All right, they make chocolates and candies and stuff like that. It would take him 25 years of making content today and every day till he's about 50 to make the money he can make in 3 years just growing a business he truly cared about. So, and I know not everybody here is really money hungry, but I really want you to understand money hungry people, they're just greedy bastards, okay? We're not focused on them. Money is the thing that makes your dreams possible. It's not just the thing you could do to buy a nice fancy house. Maybe you want to do something nice for your mom. You have ideas in your brain. Completely neglecting the business side because you're only focused on creative, you're putting yourself in a situation where you're eventually not going to be able to afford some of the brilliant ideas you have in your mind. Stream University is a crazy idea. I imagine it costs millions of dollars. He rented an entire campus, bro. He rigged it with his own internet. Like, it's not cheap to do some of these things. And as much as you want to get brands involved to help subsidize the cost, realistically, when you own a business, the upside is all yours. So if you ever heard people talking about equity, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about actually owning something of value. And it almost sounds like this can't be you. On God, it can. There's no reason why this cannot be you. There's genuinely no reason. Don't let anybody make you believe because this number feels like it has a lot of zeros that you're not capable of growing that, right? Running a business is like anything else. It's a skill. Being entertaining, that's a skill. Being funny is a skill. Editing is a skill. This is just something that you're gonna have to work on. The more you work on it, the more capable you are, and the more you'll be able to maximize your content and your audience. And congratulations, you guys are streamers, so you have a buff. The average company has to spend 20% of the money they make on marketing. They got to promote it. There are some companies like Tesla that are famous for not doing any marketing. Like, you won't see ads for Tesla ever. But then there's the opposite. I see a Kia ad everywhere I go. You walk in the airport, there's a Kia. You watch the NBA game, there's a Kia. There's some companies that have to max spend to get in front of people. There's some that don't have to spend at all. Congratulations. Your business is one where you genuinely might not have to spend at all. You might not have to spend any in marketing because your audience is the marketing. It is. And I'm telling you, so let me tell you a quick story. When we started Tone, we flew to Minnesota to go to Target office, and we had talked to them. And they were just, first of all, they were enamored by the whole concept of content creators creating a business. We came in there, we had a fire presentation, we prepared everything, and they loved it. And one of the main points that we can point to them and say is, like, we don't have to spend a ton of our money trying to push this product. Because, you know, when they put it up on these shelves, they want to know that people understand what it is. And so just by nature of putting our faces on there, I mean, if you guys ever walked in Target, you've seen like Duke's face on one of the Sense of Tone. But that is a serious buff, and you all have that buff, regardless of how big or small of a streamer you are. As you're growing, you need to be thinking about ways you can utilize this buff to try and maximize some money. This is an example of a couple businesses that more famously have used social media. So look, I'm gonna tell you this. Every business is now doing social media content. Facts or not? They have TikTok accounts. They're trying to seem hip. They're hiring people like newly graduates to try and make hit tweets and stuff like that, like in 2020 or whatever, when the chicken sandwich is coming out. Even Red Bull, like, they kind of sell energy drinks. They really just make cool videos, bro. Most of the time you see Red Bull, it's not because you're drinking the energy drink. This is technically their product. But you're realistically, they have encapsulated the idea of using content to promote their brand, right? When I see Red Bull, it's F1. When I see Red Bull, they own like 4 football clubs, bro. And so, like, as much as they do sell energy drinks, because of the power of their content, I mean, that's 76 million views. That's a type of number that most brands will never achieve. You have to really understand content. The thing is, y'all are here, y'all are in the bubble, you understand content. This is your passion, you understand content. You're in a weird position where the people with money wanna be like you. If you talk to them, I'm telling you, I was at an NBA event. And I bumped into this guy. He was probably my age. Maybe he was a little bit younger. And he said, Agent, I love your videos. I want you to introduce you to my mom. His mom was some vice president, something of Coca-Cola. So it's weird. You don't think the people with money are your audience, but they have kids that watch, one. And then two, if they're in the know, they are in the know. That's just factually true. I don't think there's a business that doesn't know who Kai Cenat is. But it doesn't stop at Kai Cenat. I think building relationships, putting yourself in front of people, reaching out, making the effort is all part of that. But again, I really want to employ, like, you could get a Wendy's brand deal, but it's just better to own Wendy's, bro.
I see what Agent is saying. He mentioned Coca-Cola, so you know me, I gotta tell y'all some stories. But my dad actually worked for Coca-Cola. And I remember when he first applied for Coca-Cola, he called me. He was like, I got an interview. Which suit do you think I should wear? And I can't remember if it was like a black suit and a blue suit. But I remember telling him, definitely don't wear the blue suit because Coca-Cola, I was like, you know, it's red. Do not wear the blue. And I don't know if he went and got a red suit. I can't remember. But anyway, he ended up getting a job and he just called me back like, you know, they offered me the position and I just remember just rejoicing with him. And it's so funny. But I totally understand what Agent is saying when he says, he basically is saying, like, it's cool to get a brand deal, but y'all going after the wrong thing. Start your own brand. The brand deals are because people, corporations don't know how to get the dollar. So they get the people who can get the dollar, and that's you. And so if you have a following, a social media following, start a business. Because then you won't have to be a middleman. You would be the man, right? Instead of getting a brand deal with Wendy's, own a Wendy's. Is what he just said. So.
It's just better. It's just better. And you just have to, like, you're going to, once you start, you'll be like, damn, I should have started earlier. Once you start, you'll be like, wow, I waited way too long. And you have a little bit of what ifs about it, but today is probably the best day to start thinking about it. And I'm gonna walk you through some of how I'm planning on doing that myself.
Check this out. I'm gonna show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying, okay? I picked up the car a few months ago.
So a little bit about Tone. I'm gonna explain to you how we started Tone. We started Tone with money. Then I'm gonna explain to you how I'm gonna start a business without money, so you guys get a concept of how that works, okay? So first of all, it costs a couple $1 million to start. Very expensive to create a product brand new. And then to test the product a bunch, we had to hire a CEO. The process was very arduous. First thing we did, we went to a conference room. We chopped it up. We came up with the ideas of things we were passionate about. You know, I shot out some ideas like maybe an energy drink. You know, Phantom shot out an idea, maybe some food. People shot out some ideas, right? What we landed on was something personal care, something we all believed in. You want to smell good, look good, be your best. You feel me? And so once we landed on that, okay, what products do we need? Actually, we hired a CEO on this stage too, because he's going to be the one that actually creates the product, stuff like that. You want to do the packaging. So we ended up doing the packaging. We had a bunch of meetings about what it was going to look like, how it was going to feel, what, like the vibe of it, what would the colors be? How do we want it to look when it's on the shelves and stuff like that? And then we tested. The amount of testing we did, I couldn't even explain it to you. We were in rooms, nonstop, smelling things. What's this scent? Is it gonna be like that? What's the form factor? How's it gonna look? Is it a strong scent? How's it like? And we tested and tested and tested and wrote it down and jotted it down. Not just us, but we got other people to test them too to get different opinions. We actually have some test samples. I think Marcus might be one of the only people that still has it because it was very rare. But this whole process, I'm telling you, it took maybe 8 to 10 months of just testing, hiring, perfecting the process because we didn't want to come up with something mid. Then we did it. We launched it. We launched it direct to consumer, which means we sold it on Tone.shop. And we weren't on retailers at the time. But once retailers heard how well day one went, it didn't take too long before we were in Target. Immediately planned the meeting with Target. And once we had Target, we were exclusive in Target for a little while. We crushed in Target. In fact, they were impressed that we started and it went up. Usually people try the product and then it kind of goes down. But they were impressed how many return customers were pulling up. And the thing is, once you do well in Target, the other retailers actually get that data, and now they want to have conversations. And so while it took a couple $1 million to start, and then we lost money in the first year, we're at the point where we could potentially break even this year, but we're most likely going to make money next year. So it feels a little crazy to think, but we don't see nothing from it. I know the number says potentially $30 million in revenue, but we're buying lots of inventory, we're figuring out packaging. I don't know, the tariffs hit us, and then it's like, damn. But luckily, like most of it is made in America, so we didn't have to worry too much about it. But it's like there is so many factors, and all of it is a skill. So at a high level for the big content creators, this is essentially how you would start a business if you had the money to afford making one yourself. But I'm gonna give you an example of how we're gonna do it. And that's gonna be with the help of Shopify. So Shopify have been very gracious. So I wasn't trolling. If you guys watched my last class, I reached out to every brand. I said, we want people that's willing to help some of the streamers here today. We're talking business, are you interested? They say yes. They said, what would the students need the most? What would you guys say you struggled with the most here so far today? Okay, that's perfect, because we will be giving away 2 TVU backpacks today, courtesy of Shopify.
This is Wednesday. This is not mine. This is Wednesday.
So what we'll do is we'll pick at the end of the class. I don't have a format, but you know what I'm saying? I might let my chat pick. We'll see how it goes, okay? All right, so huge shout out to Shopify. And if you guys don't know how Shopify works, it's basically all back end. If you want to run your business, they literally have everything you need to make it happen, whether you're selling tickets to an event or in this case, starting a racing company, which I'm going to be trying my best to do. So if you're interested in building businesses, I mean, you need a place to do it. And Shopify is, in my opinion, the best place to do it. And that's what I'm doing. So I honestly didn't want to make this talk, I'll be honest with you, but this is just the best way to explain how you can start a business with less money. Because my racing business is not going to start with a couple million. I'll be honest, individually, I can't afford that. I'm spending my money on content right now. I can't spend my money on something that is currently a hobby. But I'm going to walk you guys through it so you guys can see what it could potentially look like. Okay, so when you have a business, you need some sort of edge, okay? It needs to be something that's better than all the products that's out there. Luckily for me, I'm a streamer buff. Most people that get into racing, race cars, it's expensive. Sometimes it could cost up to $1-2 million depending on what you're racing in. Even on the cheapest end, it's like $50,000 a year, like to get in the cheapest possible thing. It is just simply expensive. The only way people support it is by brand support. But here's the thing, I'm not interested in just brand deals. I want to own it. So as much work as it might be, I'd rather own my own racing team. So I decided that. I made that decision earlier this year. I love this thing. Like when I get too stressed and I'm streaming, where I delete life for a day, I go to the track and I just zen out. You need that zen out. And if you went to Lizzo's class, all about self-love, she was talking a little bit about that as well. And so when we want to talk about growing and building businesses, you want to talk about you want to start brainstorming different ways I can make money. Okay, well, the obvious way is people love racing attire. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's something a way they could use to support the brand, potentially. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it looks like to set up on Shopify. No troll, took an hour to set all this up, which is a little miraculous, but boom. So if people want some, they can have it. Oh, I didn't mention, Tone is also use Shopify to run the whole process. So Tone and Shopify are like this. We're like this. Yeah. They shown us a lot of support, which we appreciate. Okay, boom. I'm gonna walk you through the steps one by one, okay? The first thing you wanna do is the concept and the branding, all right? I've been talking for a little while. I wanna shoot some questions out. Actually, before we do, I want y'all to chop it up with each other. Find someone in the class and talk a little bit about a business that you are interested in creating. I don't care how crazy it sounds. You would wanna go to space if you want to, and that's your business. Come up with something that you're really passionate about. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. What's going on here?
Some customers ask a question about what they're having a hard time hearing.
Who, chat?
Yeah.
They can't hear with this?
They can't hear the audience.
Oh, I'll try and repeat the questions. That's on me. All right. Yeah. It's going smoother than I thought. I assume the worst usually. Chat, it's too pseudo right now, or you think it's helpful? I feel like this is stuff big streamers think about and little streamers wait too long to think about. Oh, they actually said the audience is loud. I don't know how true that is. I let chat pay, dead ass. Chat, look around. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ask some questions, stuff like that, so you guys can get a good.
I'm glad I forgot my portable in my room.
Okay.
And then I was supposed to talk to Kai at 1:45.
That's fine. Yeah, you can head out.
Okay,
Yeah. No, you don't have to apologize. Shout out Shopify. I said 2 TV. They didn't blink. I almost asked for 3. You have anything in mind?
Yeah, so I was saying, my name is Amber, but my nickname is Coco. So I was thinking about like coming up with like my own brand of like cocoa butter and just
Okay, nice. Self-care.
That's
fire.
Like that, yeah. And then probably get into like maybe fashion and stuff earlier. But,
Okay, good.
I mean, not earlier, later on, but I just have different little ideas.
That's good. The more the better, honestly. You have options that way.
Yeah, I just have to figure out like, I mean, I know it's not like a super long class, but I do need like advice on like how to start it up and just like the streaming and stuff.
We could chop it up right after we get done. I could talk a little more specific. I'm actually, yeah, I think that's the next one after this one. Yeah. Of course. All right. Okay. Hold it down. So I'm gonna ask some of you guys. Let's go around. Raise your hand if you guys want to share a business idea. It don't matter how silly or how serious you want to be about it. Just something that you're passionate about.
I really want to create a loungewear brand.
Okay.
Like really comfy and cutesy pajamas, like for women in like families. Yeah, so
That's amazing. Yes.
I would want to make a brand called Calico Cup Pants because whenever everyone goes to the bathroom, sometimes you pee a little bit on your pants and you're embarrassed. But if you tell them that, oh no, it's just Calico Cup Pants, it looks like I peed, but it's just a brand, it's a thing. People won't assume that you pee your pants.
But it'll look like you did.
But it'll look like you did, and it's gonna be like Supreme type shit where it's
Supreme. All right. You know, that's a good idea. Right.
So I'm like tech savvy, and I also really like coffee and caffeine, like, and I drink a lot of energy drinks too. So I was thinking like maybe like tech meets coffee, like make a nice looking like coffee maker.
Okay. But that's really unique. I like that. It's that simple though. You love coffee. It doesn't sound like something that you can make money off of, but why can't you start a coffee business? That's amazing. Okay, so naming and branding, these are all kind of subjective. I will say the main thing when we were talking about creating tone was we wanted to have it be like yo, pass me that tone. It had to be something you could say. We weren't gonna say, pass me that A&P beauty, you know? We weren't gonna, it has to be something that rolls off the tongue, bro. And so we had no troll. I think we went through 100 names. And it was like a March Madness bracket. And we got it down. That's how seriously you have to take this. We did the same thing when we started A&P. We went to freelancer.com and we put up a post. We said $2,000 for logo. And no troll, like 20,000 people responded. I don't forget what it was, but we were there in Discord. It was a 3-day event, narrowing it down. We were all fried by the end of it. But that's how seriously we took this. Because once you decide this, it's kind of hard to change.
Okay, like actual question. When y'all did stuff with the brand, like I know y'all don't have a lot of time for a lot of things. Did you guys actually do like all of this stuff? Did you have assistants and people?
So with Tone, we were making all the high level decisions. So we would meet in a room pretty much like once a month. And it would be like a full day thing where we would essentially talk to, at the time, he's still our CEO. He's our CEO. But the first thing we did was hire him. So we actually sat in it's a very scary call. These CEOs are scary people. They're like sharks, bro. And they demand crazy things. Like you have no idea how good they are at negotiating. They can convince you you're about to die tomorrow. They're very, very good. But we went with the guy that we trusted the most. There were people that had crazier like resumes and stuff like that. We worked in this business, that business, sold 10 of these businesses. But we just went with the guy we could trust because at the end of the day, we let you into our business. We're like this now. It's hard to remove someone once you let them into your business. And so if this the guy we're expecting to help run the show behind the scenes, the guy be somebody we trust, you know? But I'll say when you first start, these people cost a lot, like sometimes $500,000, sometimes $2 million a year. So but if you sell the business, you'll think, wow, they probably deserve more. They went crazy. And then you also kind of want to buy a domain, low key. Like you want to get something that's easy to, you know what I'm saying? And this actually applies to y'all names too. You know what I'm saying? If your name has mad numbers in it, or like, my name is Agent Zero with 2 T's. Like, it's confusing. Make it as simple as possible. Like, my name is Agent Zero. Oh, okay. 2 zeros? Yeah, I bet. They can search it up.
So I kind of had a question because my business was like, what I wanted was to create like a safe haven for like kids, so that after school programs or like things across just the United States or whatever. And when I grew up, I had after school programs, and it kind of saved my life from just going to the streets or just doing stuff after school that I didn't have any business doing, because I was there for like 5 hours right after school, but it was fun. I wanted to go there. We talked about the Lord. We had fun with each other. It was bonding experiences, and it was free for me. But I want to do that as a business and have that across the world. I don't know how I can make money from that, because what if, do I not charge them for it because I didn't have money? That's the reason why.
So the best way to do something like that, that's a nonprofit business. That's not a business you should make money from. But what I would always recommend doing is creating an actual business, a profit business, because that's gonna fund your nonprofit. Right. You feel me? So as you know, this kind of feels like a selfish thing to do a little bit, right? You almost want to help people, not sell them things. But how many times have you needed help and the thing you were missing was money? How hard is it to get money? So to be able to get the money is actually gives you access. What you'll find is once you get the money, you probably will be lacking time. But once you have the money, you can just hire people to help with the nonprofit.
If you're putting off selling your work because most platforms overcomplicate it, stop scrolling.
I realized that I see this.
I began a nonprofit, but it's really hard to find people who are interested in what you're not just people who are interested in what you're interested in, but people who will invest time, energy, supporting you for something that's really, it's not even like a for-profit business. It's non-profit. It's for children. It's to give back to people who are less fortunate. And when I tell you that people are so careless when it comes to the misfortunate, to those who are misfortunate, people who are average, people who are, above average in terms of fortune, when it comes to, well, I'm probably not going to speak on stuff that I don't know, but I will say when it comes to people who are at least average or like right above average when it comes to fortune, they are some of the most money tight people you will ever meet. It's the people who are below fortune and those who are the highest, in my own opinion, from what I know, the highest people for the most part. I shouldn't say this the way I'm going to say it, but like I'm going based off the word of God for the things that I really don't know from my personal self. But it's like when you bless others, God blesses you. So my perception is those who give the most have the most, even though that's not always true. But that's the currency. That's the currency. It's like when you give, it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. God will have people to give unto you. But in the average world, a hustle and bustle, grind time, whatever, people are not givers. They are not givers. And again, I'm not just talking about financially. I'm talking about like time, energy, love, care, support, a smile. People are not givers. They are takers. And it's upsetting because, like I said, when it came to me and my nonprofit, I just didn't have enough support. And I was trying to figure out what to do. And just like I said, like, it's still there. It's still available. The mission, vision, and values are still set. Website is still there. Email still available. Even decorations are still I think I threw some stuff away, but it's just a point that there are some things and some people that I needed to invest with me who just are unavailable. And it's hard, especially when something is banking on the support of others. So
okay, so the website continues. So I mean, we got our whole website now. I'm creating a big racing company. It's gonna be the next mega thing. I got my car on here with all the cool liveries and decals. It's going crazy. I'm really excited. I'm finding different ways to monetize my business here. And honestly, it was as simple as putting a prompt inside. Bro, no troll. I've never had an easier experience building this. We built it at 10 a.m. today. So that's how simple that was. You need no knowledge whatsoever. So the second thing you want to do, and you mentioned this earlier, is you want to incorporate your business. Let me explain a concept just if you've never seen a business before, okay? You are right here, okay? This is you. This is not your business. Your business is, let's call it Twitch LLC, okay? Okay? When you make money doing your business, streaming, you actually, all the money goes here. All of the money goes here. You don't make a dime. You pay yourself a certain salary based on the income you make on your business. So when I say business, I truly mean it's like a separate entity. Like legally, it is a separate entity. Like that means if your business goes under, you're not personally liable. You just bankrupt. And we see that a lot in business. When your Spirit went bankrupt, the owners of Spirit don't have to come out their own pockets. It's just the business went under. So just on a very simple level, you're not your business. You own your business. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. You'll need that. So incorporating is essentially the process of creating that business. So you just get an incorporation lawyer. Genuinely, you can do it yourself if you want to. There's a chance you mess it up if you do it yourself and you don't know what you're doing. So I'd probably recommend getting one. You can do it for as cheap as $500. Sometimes it costs a little bit more depending on the structure of your business. But if you guys are just one person and you own the business, usually it's a very simple process.
I have a warning for people that do that. Make sure you get someone you trust to help. Because I got an accountant, and he did that for me, and I was supposed to get a payroll to myself every month. And until 2 years later, I got none of the money, and he stole it.
You got Greg?
Yeah, Greg.
Damn. Wow. 170?
Not yet. I'm in the process.
Okay.
Hey, I'm killing somebody.
Okay, I will say you actually don't need an accountant to do that. You only need a lawyer to create the company.
Talking about.
You can have an accountant to manage the money and stuff like that in it if afterwards, but your accountants and lawyers should be people you trust with your life because they can't scam you and you will never know. So it doesn't cost much to do. It's a formality really. But once you incorporate, you can actually head to step 3, create a bank account. You feel me? And this sounds simple, but this is how you'll be moving all your money. So I actually had done both these stages. I did create my LLC, even though I don't plan on using it till probably at some point next year. And I also created my bank accounts. And then you want to put some money in your bank account so they don't close your account, whatever the default is for the bank that you use. But because it's its own entity now, it can own things. It can own assets. If you want, you could assign a house to it. You could assign anything that can be legally owned to your new LLC. And what we're going to do first is create a bank account. Probably open a couple credit cards, invest a little bit of capital, like whatever the default is. For your bank, it could be like $50, could be $1,000, whatever. And then you could also, and then that's going to help because ideally you want the money going to your account. Otherwise, your accountant is going to be a mess. And all that is help. Shopify has an entire process to help with payments and things of that nature to make that whole process easy as you guys create and sell products on your business. And then the next part is product development. So there's actually 2 ways to do it. The way we did it with Tone is what we call from scratch. This means we was there in the boardroom day 1 figuring this out. But as you'll realize, as you guys grow as streamers, you will actually have opportunities where people will come to you and say, hey, do you want to be the face of our business? We already have a little bit of motion. So I'm not going to use names, but we had something happen a couple months ago where a big energy drink company had asked us if we want to work with them. They already were making like $50 million a year in sales, but they weren't selling to consumers, they were selling to a specific industry. They wanted something consumer facing, so they wanted us to be the face of it. And that's what we call white label. So these are like little opportunities that come. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? If you're selling something, it had got to be something you really believe in. And usually when you go white label, you don't have as much control over it because it's already owned by a lot of people. They can give you 5% equity, 10%, 20%, 30% equity. If the opportunity makes sense, it's something you care about, it's something you can entertain. But if you can, it comes off as a lot more authentic when you do things from scratch. That's something out of your soul. That's something, every business is a little bit of risk. It's risk you put in time-wise, it's risk you put in money-wise. And so when people feel that, that's what makes them want to support something. Feel me? And then also the product just has to be kind of good.
With Base 44,
So you guys,
a
this
simple
has been
sentence
really
becomes
awesome.
your website.
I want to say thank you so much for he was getting ready to talk about, okay. Listen. So good. Okay. He's getting ready to talk about Mr. Beast. I'm gonna keep it on this channel. Because I need to come back tomorrow and finish because Agent is dropping jewels. He's dropping gems. Okay. And absolutely I want to be the best that I can. I need to like inbox him and just tell him how much I appreciate the information that he's giving, because there's no reason why someone like me who has been on, trying to produce content for 9 years straight, for the most part straight, on and off I should say, but for 9 years on social media, why have I not, blossomed? And I have a couple of ideas of my own, such as like switching content. Like at one point I was doing pranks, and then I was doing I was doing pranks, and then I started doing like prayer, like Bible study. And then I was doing like in my like IRLing, before I guess that was a thing. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to pranks. So then I tried that. And then and I was like, and way before all of that, I was doing like trendy stuff. Like back when they were doing like what's in my purse, guess what song I'm singing. Like before, when they were doing like trendy stuff, I was doing that. And then I did pranks. I did, like I said, a lot of trendy stuff. I would do whatever was trending. And then I tried to do relationship stuff, but my husband is not really into like recording, streaming, things like that. He's more so into just like music. But we did do some stuff together, you guys, and I think I took it down. But yeah, what else did I do? Some relationship stuff. The most thing that I've done on here is encouragement. What do you need? You want daddy? Okay. So Streamer University so far has been a lot more helpful than I really expected it to be. I'm very shocked, pleasantly surprised. Kai did a really good job teaching her class. I thought there would be more that she would speak on, but I'm learning that each class is different, and my takeaway is going to be a different type of experience. And I think I'm more than likely going to learn something similar when it comes to homeschooling Jamel and Kai as well, because homeschool is completely different from sitting in a desk all day and reading books or learning numbers. So I think it's similar to that based off what I've been understanding and learning from my mentors. I'm hoping that it is, because I'm very unorthodox, I guess, very unusual, peculiar individual. And so I'm looking forward to learning and also looking forward to finding creative ways to teach others. So cheers to Streamer University. And I pray that, um, I just pray that God will continue to grow this channel, grow my connection to you all, and um, grow our businesses. And as some of you know, I do have a healing oil business. I'm technically not even supposed to call it healing or anything, but that's the name it's called, a Healing Hands Hair Oil or Healing Hands Oil. It does more than just heal scalp wounds. It also takes away some pain. So we began to use it on bug bites and knees, and if you got a headache, we started randomly using it like that because it brings blood flow to the surface. I do have an Etsy account, and just watching Agent 00 kind of makes me feel like I need to find a way to merge my business, or at least have the link below my video. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, y'all stay on me about these things because we gotta really do it. Daddy. So we're gonna go ahead and call it an evening. It's been about an hour and 30, almost hour and 22 minutes. So it's been good. I really almost didn't even do this today. So I'm proud of myself. Consistency is key, and I pray if you see this video, please like and subscribe. I do my best to get on here as a mom, a wife, and a hairstylist. As someone who's exhausted a lot of times, to just get on here and be consistent. I'm going to go ahead and share how I revamped my synthetic wig, you guys. It was very janky yesterday, but I'm going to show you how I brought it back to life. So I'm going to post that as a shorts, okay? And I hope that I hope you guys enjoy it. So run it up, okay? So that we can get more views. All right. I love you guys. And don't forget to pray. Peace.